Hi everybody, welcome to the channel Lightworkers Together. This is Val. I hope you all are doing well today. I'm just coming on here to do kind of a short one. I did do a video about healing old wounds. If you're interested in that one, check out the playlist. This one that I want to talk about, I feel like is very important, and the topic or title of this is Leading by Example. And this was kind of brought up to me because of two things. One, something my older brother was going through on his job, unfortunately with someone who is, they're a very wounded individual internally, and so they strike out, they take things out. He had literally had to put in his notice because this person belittles him all the time, which is the opposite of what, a good manager should be doing. So it kind of gave me the nod to kind of do something. And then recently I just got a new job and I'll be starting. And one of the reasons that they hired me because of the leadership style that I use. So I wanted to just give a short thing on here about what I do, which might resonate with some of you or be of use to some of you. So I'm a little unusual and unorthodox in how I do things. I tend to look at things differently, and I do everything from a love-based viewpoint, I guess you could say. So for me, leading by example is how I lead. And literally from the time I was 18 years old and I was working, I ended up floating up and ended up not even choosing it, but just by happenstance, I would end up being the assistant manager. I would end up being in other places team leads and things like that. And it has literally happened my entire life. And I feel like it's because I have always used the same, you could call it a formula, but it's literally just how I do things. And the way I do things is I'm not the kind of person a lot of managers, leaders, or people, they feel like, they have to be the head, they're in charge, they're telling everyone what to do. And when we think of leaders, sometimes that's kind of what we think of. This is the person who's kind of like either organizing things or they're in charge of things or whatever, and they tell everybody else what to do. Well, I don't resonate with that. And I'll tell you why. My peculiar way, I guess, of doing things, or my unusual way of doing things, is one, any place I come into, I literally set the example by doing what I do with love, compassion, integrity, and honesty. And then other people can follow that example. And I never ever ask anyone to do anything that I'm not willing to do myself and that I already don't do first. So I lead every time by example. And some people would say, okay, well, you're leading by example, but some people, they're doing their own thing. I have found over time, and it takes time too. It's not something that kind of boom, you get in, snap, and it happens overnight. You have to be consistent in your behavior so that people see this person is like this every single day. This is who they are. Therefore, I can trust them, and this encourages me to do the same type of thing. So here's how I look at it. I kind of follow the premise, you all, from the story of King Arthur and the Round Table. No head higher than any other. I'm not the kind of person who, in any of my positions when I've been leading, who says, I stand up here and I lead and you're here. To me, always, leadership is literally about us. We are a team. We are one. We are equal. I know that's not the popular thing, but that is how I've always done it. And guess what? It has always had beautiful, perfect results. So it actually works. And then, of course, to continue to be the example and to train and to teach, because you have to be open to doing that sort of thing, which is something that I love. So be open to training and teaching all the things that you know. Don't hold those things close to you like it's a secret, or, I know myself, I've worked for some management where they don't want to show you anything. They don't, because they feel like it's taking their power away. And to me, that's just silly, because the more of us who know how to do whatever it is, then we can help alleviate the pressure for each other, and we can help each other. And nobody's higher than anyone else, right? Nobody's better than anyone else. We are all the same. So the other thing I've always done, and I feel is crucial in a leader, is to encourage and uplift, not to criticize, not to belittle, but to always encourage and uplift one another, because that is the type of thing that helps engender a positive working environment, and it encourages people to want to be their own leader, which is kind of really the point of all of it. You know, to me, in the world that I see in the future, where we're all living in love and peace and unity, there is no leader. There's no one person standing there telling people what to do. That's the world we live in now, where there's a lot of people in positions of power who are abusing it, and there's no sense to it. And it actually doesn't need to be that way, because if you have a few strong people who they have the wisdom and they know how to lead literally by example, there doesn't actually have to be a leader, because within a very short period of time, each person is more than capable of leading themselves. They are confident in what they're doing, and they're able to do it. And everybody helps everybody. You know what I mean? It's a situation where you are always a team, like a family. So it's like, if you are a good example, it will always encourage others, to lead themselves with integrity. If you move always with love and compassion, folks will come to you when they need help. They won't feel like they can't ask questions or get help when they need it. And it also encourages them to, even like in the last place I worked, I encouraged the people that I worked with to advance themselves, to go and get the other educations they wanted, the other training they wanted, and to move on to do something that would make their lives better. So I was constantly advocating for the people that I was a lead of, because I feel like it should be about your own internal growth, really, is what it's about at the end of the day, and everybody working together. If you highlight someone's skills and accomplishments and you help encourage them on that path, I have found, and again, this has worked every single time I've done it for my lifetime, that people will go out of their way. When extra hours were needed, people would volunteer to do it. Everyone would step up together, every time together. And it's like, at no point did anyone, to my knowledge, ever look at me and think that this is a person that I can't come to and talk to. They always did. So that's just what I want to put out there, guys. Everybody go out and, lead by example, and encourage everybody else to be a leader in their own life too. And that's the beautiful world we can look forward to. So love, peace, and unity to you all. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.